The rich get richer and the poor get poorer. This is a common saying by majority of people that are not doing financially well. Although this statement is very wrong, it's also very true. Something can be right and wrong at the same time. And let me explain. So basically, a go-to excuse that I hear from a lot of people that are having hard times financially, not able to figure it out, they say, well, the rich get richer and the poor get poor. I'm someone speaking, let me give you a background on myself before I explain this. I'm somebody that only makes $30,000 a year currently, maybe $40,000. I'm an investor, I trade options on stocks and into crypto a little bit. So the reason I don't like this saying is because it's simply not true, in the sense of, if you're poor, you're not forced to be more poor. And if you're rich, you're not forced to be more rich. A perfect example, athletes or rappers that make a ton of money. If you guys look at money that's being made in the NFL or the NBA right now, it's unprecedented money. And some of those people still go broke, and you see videos of them being homeless and stuff. And to the person that's in my shoes will look at that and be like, how could you ever fumble that? You know what I mean? And it ties back into, like I said, it's not always true that the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. But at the same time, it is also true. And this is where I had to look at it from the standpoint of the people that say it, they see people with money getting more money, and they see people around them that are poor still struggling. Why is this? And this is where my take can be considered controversial. I don't think it is. I'd say that rich and poor is a mindset. Being rich is not about monetary value. Being poor is not monetary value. It's your education, it's your knowledge. Like Tai Lopez says, what do I want? I like more than Lamborghinis? Knowledge. Because with knowledge, you can do just about anything. Obviously, there's limitations, physical limitations. But other than that, you can do anything. So the reason that the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, the reason that that is true is because the people that are rich, or what other people consider rich, let's say 6 figures or more, even though 6 figures is kind of middle class, even they can still get by and get rich. And the reason this is because people that are starting to make money, or that, have that hunger to acquire more, will surround themselves with other people that are doing well financially, or that want to do well financially. It's something that is so hard for me to find as a person that's in this space. And something like this that I'm explaining, of me trying to be in the category of the rich people, is exactly where people fail. So although I am in the poor category, I have to work harder to branch out to find those rich people. This is where you have to have a good mindset and not be a victim. Because I can easily say, well, I don't have connections, I don't have those people, I'm just poor, the poor get poorer, the rich get richer. And that's where I don't like the saying. But on the flip side, I can also love that saying, because if I have a rich mindset, I'm going to find those people in time. I'm going to become that person in time, and it's going to naturally happen. Whereas if I just quit now, the saying is true on the other side. And this is why almost everything is mindset. I say this all the time. Almost everything is mindset, not even just for this topic, but especially for this topic. And damn, the sun is getting covered now. It's raining outside, man. My bad, y'all. Trying to get the light. Hopefully it's not too bad. Anyway, where was I? The truth of the matter is that life isn't always fair. But this is why you have to just grind. That's the only answer. You have to work. You have to grind to be able to get these things. And of course, for someone that has money, it's easier for them to get more money because they have connections with banks, they have connections with millionaires, maybe even billionaires. They got connections with people that are making things happen. And I can't be mad at that because they could have been in my position 5, 10, 15 years ago, and they got to that space. Just as I will get to that space, and then I'll be the one that people are saying, oh, you have it easy, when right now I don't. So it's imperative for you to just work, man, and not make excuses for where you're at. I tell this to my friends all the time, and I heard it somewhere before, and it's always stuck with me. Where you are now is a result of the decisions you made in the past. You are exactly where you belong. You know, I think to myself, oh, I'm supposed to be a millionaire, I'm supposed to be here, I'm supposed to be there. But in reality, did I put in that level of work to be there? Probably not. I had the mindset for it, I had the heart for it, but I didn't put in the required effort and take the required steps to be there now. So now I have to take these steps to be there in the future. Make sense? And so this is where I question people that are in the poor category, that surround themselves with people that want to party, drink, smoke, do whatever, go to the movies. Like that is exactly why you're poor. And people try to say, oh, well, it's, you know, you only live once, you got to enjoy your life. I'd rather have temporary pain for long-term enjoyment and actually enjoy my life rather than short-term enjoyment and long-term pain, because you partying now is going to waste all the years of your future, because you'll have to work to be able to make more money to fund that lifestyle, and you will never get past a certain ceiling. Whereas I'll put all that stuff aside for now, you know, work in my 20s, not enjoy my 20s to the fullest. And I still do. I still go out here and there. You know, I still go to things. I just am very picky and choosy on where I spend my money, when I spend it, why I spend it. And I try to limit it to maybe one thing a year, if that. Sometimes I don't do anything. But if there's something that I want to do and I think it's worth it and it's something that I would regret not going to, I'll go to it. But then I put my head down for the rest of the year and I grind. And to me, that's not hating my life. That's not anything. It's saving all that time and money so then in the future, I can do whatever I want. In 10 years, 15 years, I'll be able to do anything I want. Whereas those people that are partying and enjoying their life now will not be able to do almost anything they want. It's like an upward and a downward spiral. If you're going to do things that are bad decisions and bad outcomes, it's just going to get worse for you. If you make good decisions, it's only going to get better for you. And this is what I try to preach to people, and there's other people online that preach it. I'm not the first, and I'm probably not going to be the last, but man, it's all mindset, guys. It is all mindset. I am one of the poor people right now. I'm one of you, but I have a rich mindset. And this is why I'm going to succeed. And I'm not anyone special, or at least I don't feel special. Maybe it is special to have this mindset, but I don't feel like I am. I think any of you guys can do this as well. And this is why I have this channel. This is why I want to document my journey. And I'm going to branch out to more speaking videos like this, as well as keeping the stock videos, crypto, credit, all those things, because money, leverage, credit, all these things are so powerful and such big building blocks for building wealth that I have to keep on showing you guys the same way that I learned myself. And people say, well, no one ever taught us. No one ever taught us. This is why we're poor. No one ever taught me either. I taught myself. And that's the key. You have to take accountability and you have to put it all on yourself. That's just the reality of it. It's always going to be you, not anyone else. It's easy to blame someone else, but it's harder to blame yourself. But once you do, I've got to the point where me personally, I can blame myself for everything in my life. Even if someone, if I go outside at night and someone runs up on me and tries to take my stuff, that is my fault for going outside at night. That's the risk that I took instead of waiting the next day and going out. Or taking precautions, and that's just a small example, but it's the same thing with money and saving and investing and learning and teaching yourself. When people just watch TV or watch Netflix for 2-3 hours a day, I read books for 2-3 hours a day. If I can't read a book right now, I'm outside in my car, I listen to audiobooks. There's always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way, So main thing I can tell you guys is take accountability. Blame everything on yourself, and not in a victim way. Always stop, do everything in your power to flip negatives to positives. Every situation, people look for a negative. Reverse that outlook on your life and think about positives. And I'm going to make a video on that as well. Try to find the positives in every situation, because it's the opposite thing of what humans do. Naturally, we look towards what's going wrong because we're problem solvers, but flip it and see why it's a positive in your life and how it values you, how it teaches you, how it could be a lesson, and things like that. And yeah, that's about it for today's video, guys. Accountability, guys. Accountability is the key, and rich versus poor is a mindset. The rich will get richer and the poor will get poorer. Both true and false. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys, and I'm out. Peace.